this unboxing is two middle grade books where the characters have a human and an animal, and they're kind of intertwined. Okay, so the first one, let's just start with the Ape Star. It's from Gecko Press, and it's by Frida Nilsson. And so meet Jonah, an orphan who finds a sparkling new life in a junkyard. Adopted by a gorilla, Jonah discovers true friendship, a shared love of secondhand books, a particular skill at selling scrap, and a battle against prejudice to keep their home. So, okay. So Jonah is in an orphanage and a gorilla chooses her. Okay, that's unusual. And she ends up in a junkyard parented by a gorilla. Okay, that's definitely not what I expected. Let's see. There's some illustrations. Okay, let's take a look here. Here's a house, and here's chapter 1, gorilla. When I was 9, I was adopted by a gorilla. I didn't ask to be, but I was. It happened one day in September. All of us children at Renfinnen, the home for orphans, had been sent outside for cleaning day. The wind danced around us, chasing up leaves from the piles we'd raked. Gerd, the manager, had commanded us to take out all the sheets, hand towels, pillows, and blankets to be aired and shaken. She padded around, keeping an eye on everything and avoiding the clouds of dust. "Make sure the dust settles before you start shaking the next one," she cried. "Otherwise you'll get sore throats, and that means trouble for me." Okay, someone was coming to pick out a child to adopt. So it looks also like, because the text is quite large and there's a good amount of spacing between lines, it could be like more like early middle grade. It's an interesting twist on adoption for sure, and seems to have a very clear voice for this protagonist Jonah, the human orphan. This next one is Wolfstongue by Sam Thompson. It's illustrated by Anna Tromop, and it's an animal adventure. It's from Little Island. Okay, this is a really pretty like flap with like this windy, like it has like organic vines, but then also has these like metal things, which is a little disconcerting. Deep in the forest, the foxes live in an underground city built by their wolf slaves. Okay, so I don't know why foxes are able to enslave wolves. In human, like in the real world, the foxes are the prey of the wolves. But okay, I like this. It's upside down. The foxes' leader, Reynard, controls everything with his clever talk. Silas is bullied at school because his words will not come. He wishes he could live in silence as animals do. Animals are actually not silent, though. I mean, they, communicate with, their own language and sounds. But anyway, one day Silas helps an injured wolf. Then he enters the secret world of the forest where the last remaining wolves fight to survive. But even their language is power. Can Silas find his voice in time to help his wolf friends? Can he become the Wolfstongue? Okay. It's an original tale. Okay, here's how it starts. We're meeting the wolf. There was a wolf on the cycle path. Silas walked along the path every day after school. It ran beside a patch of woodland. It was not the fastest way home, but Silas used it because he liked being by himself, and the cycle path was always empty. Until today. The wolf stood in the middle of the path watching him. Its head was as high as his chest. He had never been so close to such a large animal. He didn't know what to do. He had seen wolves in a wildlife park once. They had been pale, silent shapes, slipping between the trees, too far away to seem dangerous or even quite real. But this wolf was real. He could hear it panting. He could see its wet red tongue and its long white teeth. At the sight, a chill crawled all the way from his shoulders to the base of his spine, and goose flesh tingled on his arms. His heart beat hard in his chest. All right, so the beginning doesn't feel fantasy-ish, but this is a fantasy. So, 2 interesting stories with, large creatures. Large creatures, but with unusual spin with human characters. Thank you for the publishers who sent this to me, and thank you for watching.